Stadium. Another season of EA Sports College Football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Longhorns kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. It bounds through the back of the end zone. Touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game with...
Looking long. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
From the gun on third down, Simmons. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here's Arch to throw. Makes the grab. It's Brown.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Manning from the gun on third down. Got his man on the right. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be fourth down.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. And wings it incomplete.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Arch Madness. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Soft spot in the middle. Gashes the heart of the D. To the house. Touchdown, Texas!
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you can tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Here's Simmons to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Again, it's Simmons. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Simmons. He's got him. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll give it to Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Simmons. And that one's incomplete. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Simmons. Pulls it in with one hand. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Makes a catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You know, games have ebbs and flows to them, and good things happen and bad things happen, but everything is going this offense's way on this drive. This thing has been textbook. Really nice cadence by the play caller. He's mixing in different looks, keeping this defense on their heels. They have just matriculated the football down the field in control, and now they're in the red zone. This offense
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Missouri! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
And the extra point is good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And with that tackle, that will probably do it for this quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. First carry of the season. And he could not get loose on the run.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Arch is going to throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To throw, Manning. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff on the very first play of the next drive. Let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's a give to Hardy. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Throwing Simmons. A little release to the back. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Hardy. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season. Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Here's Simmons to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. The Tigers will try to pick it up on 4th down. 4th down, Simmons. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. On the run, it's Smothers. Crosses the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Plows through the defense. Got enough for the first. racing down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Longhorn. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He might want another play. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you, when I hear Texas football, I think about Bevo and I think about great running backs, man. Earl Campbell, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles, Bijan Robinson. This dude seems like he's the next guy in that long list of game.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll give it to Hardy. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Simmons. Throwing right. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
The linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see him kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Finds his big tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, first down, screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Simmons to the air again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Throwing Manning. Looking to take a shot. Makes a deep grab. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Quarterback may change this route. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He'll get rid of it. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Got room on the return. Pass to 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the... He takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is such a critical mistake for this offense, man. Such an opportunity to add to the lead, put more points on the board, keep the momentum, but sometimes you just get a little bit too aggressive. And Palmer, they pay for it in a big way.
And that's one where the defense gave up some yards early in the drive, and you're wondering, is the opponent going to score here at the end of the first half? But they're just waiting for one mistake, and they take advantage of the opportunity, jumping that pass in the air, picking it off, taking it all the way to the house, and now taking the lead.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Manning. Moving away from pressure. Rolling right and going deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. A huge play there, and he has him set up and in business at the 30. To throw, it's Manning. Working that left side now. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Quarterback making adjustments. From the red zone, looking for a man. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Time Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll try the right side with Hardy. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU, taking on the number 13 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's BYU with a group.
Got him in a room. Can they catch it? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Throwing Simmons. Makes the grab down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Now here's Simmons. They get to him as he throws. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Now on the return. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. sending the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The quick out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Manning on play action. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. Free yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Looking for space. It's Smothers. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Making side adjustments here. A give to Brown. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
tips, deflections. Those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Trying to get behind the defense. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Here's Manning to throw. Dances away. Gonna try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw. It's Manning. Throws it deep. Got it down the field. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. They'll run with Brown. Next, going for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Austin Simmons, the play fake. He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Taking it, just plowing ahead. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
There's got some room, headed to the goal line. He's got 99 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
First down, right back to Brown. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. 1 more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Brown. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
It's complete on the right side. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
From the gun on third down, Simmons. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he wants it all. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day, but will carried away with that roughing penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Hardy. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the wideout. A spectacular one-hand grab. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, wide receivers out there, you earn your opportunities. You make catches like that, the quarterback's going to keep coming your way.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10.
Blue 22.
Here's a give to Hardy. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Grabs it in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Run in the red zone, it's Hardy. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Simmons gets it out quickly. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Hardy again. Looking for the end zone. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
They'll go through the motions and finish this one off with the PAT. So the extra point is good, but it is of little consequence as this game is over.